What's up, guys? Jenny the Ocean Experience here. Bear with me as I lose my voice. Figures the first audio I do in months, I start to lose my voice right as I start to do an audio for this video. But just like I said, bear with me, and I think I'm going to be giving you some of the better tips to a successful hard or higher difficulty gameplay of Dead Space 3. So, without further ado, let me get on to the tips. And I'll actually have a tip on the screen, and I'll actually have some code tips to that tip to counteract it. There's different ways you can handle it, and I'm going to get into it as much as I can. First of all, you need to have a variety of guns, and you can pretty much have any combo you want. The particular gun sets that I have right now are a 3-barrel assault rifle that act as one. They shoot all together, and I believe they shoot electricity, as well as my saw blade that it's attached to it. Now you'll see later gameplay of that saw. It actually clings on to the rifle. It doesn't shoot. I found that the saw blades that are shot don't do terrific damage, especially on higher difficulties. It often turns it into a bigger battle, actually. It turns them into usually crawlers, and if you hit a spot, you'll actually get a crawler with most of its limbs, which can be very bad if you're low on health and low on health packages, or whatever they are, you know. And that's what we're going to get onto now. The little storage rooms, you need to keep those tungsten bars, at least I would say 5 to 10, 10 on the safe side of things, because I think there's like 15 altogether. And if you're just stocked on like New Game Plus, it's probably better to have, you know, stocked for like the full game than to go as needed. And I felt that, you know, staying aggressive, especially with these guys, the guys that swarm you, stay aggressive and stay moving. But as well, I did find another strategy that works, especially with these guys, is that saw blade I mentioned, the one that clings on and is not shot. If you pay attention to the walls, I was actually out of health, basically as red as I am on screen right there. And I just looked at the walls, paid attention to where the vents are, and backed myself up into a corner and just kept shooting the saw blade that clung to my weapon. And it basically separates you from the enemy a good 4 feet, and even on a higher difficulty that I'm actually playing on now, it still separates you. This saw blade right here, it actually separates the enemy from you a good while, and it actually almost kicks out the bigger enemies on the first try. Now, I'm not talking about like the Goliaths or whatever they're called, but some of the more pain in the ass enemies are still, you know, they get their ass kicked by it. Last big tip is just plan what you put into storage for like the obvious battles if you're running a second playthrough for like achievements or, you know, just whatever. Just keep storage. As you see here, I use mediums because I have a lot of the gel. Mediums are the safe thing to do. You can make large, but large are more gel, so I kept with the medium, and I had a lot of scrap metal, so I made ammo. Now, stasis can save your life in many ways. Slowing down is one, and since it's injected in my flamethrower, as much as it slows the enemies down, it also kills them. So if you take these little tips of mine, you know, I think you can do pretty well.